before show day. I've just finished work and I'm just bringing Marley in because it is time to get him ready. Leading up until about this morning, I was super stressed about this show because I've been working non-stop. Literally, it's tomorrow morning and right now is the only time I have to get ready for it. So yeah, obviously not ideal, especially with it being my first show. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, but it's somehow managed to work out. So all I'm going to do is just thank my lucky stars and remain hopeful that it just keeps working out for itself. It's been a bit of a stressful one. Yesterday was probably the most stressed I've been for a long time, because obviously I've not vlogged for a while, so you don't know what's going on. But basically, Marley's saddle I discovered didn't fit. I got the saddle fitted around, it was just a little bit too long for him. So I had to get a 16-inch, which is apparently incredibly sought after. So I couldn't find a 16-inch saddle anywhere. And then to make matters worse, we had to get a specific type of saddle. We had to get two specific types, and I just couldn't find them anywhere. Last week while I was at home visiting my mum, I saw one second hand on Facebook and I bought it, thankfully. It was a bit of a nightmare for it arriving because it arrived while I was at work and delivery was crazy, but I got it, and I got it here and it was tiny. It looked so small. I didn't have time to ride in it, didn't have time to do anything. I came after work and it was so late by the time I got here I had to just go. So I came up yesterday and rode in it, and actually it was very comfortable. I was really surprised. I thought it would be really too small for me, but actually it worked really well. So kudos to my saddle fitter, because I won't lie, for a long time I was like, there's no chance this is going to fit. What is she talking about? But you know what, it's her job. I'm going to respect it. Sorry for the dodgy ankle, my arm's really hurting. So yeah, up until then, super stressed, but now I'm really chill. So I'm just going to bring Marley in now to bath him and start getting him ready. Right, so I've just got Marley in. I've cross-tied him to bath because he does not stand still. And I've given him a horse lick because he loves them. And as you can see, it's doing a really good job of keeping him still. Right, I better get bathing. So today I'll be using my Goodbye Flies shampoo, and I've got this really handy grooming brush that has like these little spiky bits on this side and a brush this side, which is really good for massaging soap into this coat, so I absolutely love it for bathing. So I'm going to just put a little bit of shampoo on the brush and use that to work it into his coat. He's actually been really good. As you can see, he's not a huge fan of bathing, but he's actually really clean today, so I'm going to focus mainly on his bum because his bum is so dusty at the minute. But otherwise, I gave him a bath the other day and he's actually really clean from that. So thankfully I haven't got too much to do. Right, let's go. Marley's body's all done. Now my biggest challenge are these. So this one I've actually just done one wash on already, and it's a bit better, but they're just little bits like here and the ends that I'm convinced will never be white again. And this is these are all
Marley, no.
Yeah, so these, I mean, looking at them side by side, unwashed and washed, massive improvement. I kind of gave the back ones a little wash when I did his body because they were filthy. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully get these looking clean again. But I have every faith in our goodbye flies because we've done it before, we can do it again. And actually this, like where it is clean, looks amazing. It's just little bits like this I need to tackle. So let me get going. Marley's actually being so good, aren't you? And I frankly owe it all to horse licks. This is the first time I've actually used horse licks with him. Right, so Marley is now all bathed. He's currently down eating his dinner. I've quickly come up to muck out so I can bring him in. And I've actually been trying a new bedding that, if you follow my Instagram, you'd have seen, but it is the incredible Bed Down XL, which is a mixture of shavings and straw. And I've got to say, I absolutely love it. His bed's been so clean, it's been so easy and quick to muck out, it's been absolutely fantastic. Sadly, I only got the Try Me bales to try it out, so it's just two 10kg bales for $11.99. Absolutely fantastic, delivered to wherever you need it. So I just brought it to try it out, so I'm actually running out at the minute. And as you can see, I'm doing everything I can to try and keep hold of it for that much longer. So I've made his main bed from the remainder of our bed down, so that mucking out tomorrow will be a breeze in the morning. And I've just put some of my new shavings, soft tip shavings, as the banks. But when I put it in, I realised, or I noticed, that the new shavings are actually very, very similar to the shavings in the bed down. So hopefully it won't have too much of an impact on the bed down quality. I've also made Marley's feed for tomorrow morning, made a hay net for the trailer. So I'm going to quickly nip down now and just put all his rugs, etc. on for the night. Bandage his legs to keep them clean before I walk him up here, because I guarantee he'll step in a puddle. And then I'm going to just start getting ready to pack the lorry. I'm probably going to end the vlog here because I've got quite a bit to do, but it is currently pitch black, so you're not going to see an awful lot. So I'm going to leave this here, but I will definitely put in some cute videos of Marley in his pyjamas for the night. So the next thing you should see should be Marley all snug as a bug, probably trying to get to his ball, which is empty because I didn't bring any carrots up. Sorry, Moomin. Thanks for that nice profile shot, Marley. So, it is show day, and I've had a bit of a morning already. It is about, I think it's just about 7. And I left at 5:30 to try and get here for 6. And the Northern line, which is the train line that I need to get to the yard, was completely suspended. So I've been on and off buses for the last hour and a half, and somehow I'm still the first one here, but that is fine because that means that I have time to catch up and do what I need to do. Just coming up to the stable now, so let's have a look at little Marley. I feel like you definitely had a little nap. Did you have a nice little nap in your bed down bed? Look at this, that's your bed down pillow. Yes. And that, my friends, is why he is all rugged up. Oh my god, the lighting up here, not on. So I'm going to just very quickly get him out, muck out, so that's done for tonight, and fill up another hay next. I think we'll be there quite a while today because our first 2 classes are in the morning, but our ridden is in the afternoon. So yeah, I was doing extra hay net in case we're there for a bit long, but otherwise, good morning. And I'm going to take these bandages off and see if he's actually still clean. I'm going to start taking things down. Got my jacket there, which is now attached to my lunge lines. Oh, paying it for the trader. Right, we're not gonna try and not each other. Okay, hang on the rest. There we go. Disaster averted. Right, yeah. And I've got to go help load one of the other horses that are going out today. It's gonna be one of those days. Here are the boys. This is Spirit, who's coming with us, little yearling. And here's Marley, who is looking super shiny. Yee. We've just arrived. Sadly, I have missed my first class, which is currently happening behind me. Yeah, it just got a bit crazy. Spirit's not the best loader, so he took a little while to get on, and of course I was helping. You good? And of course I was helping someone else load, so then obviously that took time in me getting ready. So, but we're here, and the plan is I think I'm going to try and enter the ridden mountain and moorland because that's the class I wanted to do. It's just he might be a bit of a pain because we haven't got the canter for that class, but that's what we're going to have to do, so we'll do it. But yeah, we're going to walk past and see the mountain and moorland class anyway. And I was going to head over to the tent and get registered and get our numbers. Box and grab my number, but yeah, not too bad. I've entered us into the ridden mountain moorland instead because obviously we've missed the in-hand, but that's fine. Just a bit more concerned about that because our canter's not our strong suit, but it is what it is. I'm going to just quickly head over and get the ponies off, and then yeah, I'm going to go over and watch the in-hand as well, just so we can see what I'm missing and I can figure out what I'm doing for my next class. So we are yeah, I've not long come out of our first class, so we went in and did the sports horse in hand, sports horse and pony. Got there, I was a little bit late, and in the spirit of honesty, because I tried to be honest on my vlogs, I got in there and I did cry. I was like so just overwhelmed and stressed, and it all just bottled up at once, and I was convinced they weren't going to let me in because I was late, and I was just stood on the side like, please let me in, please let me in, and they were like, yeah, come through, it's fine, and I just burst into tears. But it was really, really good, and we came third. I was like so shocked. So basically we went in there and there was already 4 horses in there, 3 bays, 1 like blanket spotted Appaloosa type colour. They were all like 16 hands class, they were massive chunks, all plaited up, had quarter marks on, had the velvet brow bands, where they're in our in-hand brow band, natural state. And I was like, we're not going to place, we're completely not dressed appropriately for this, we're not going to place. And as we were walking around, I was like, you know what, it's fine. I was like, you know what, I'm here for the experience anyway, it's not a problem, it's fine. And as I'm walking around, I'm like, right, so the 3 bays are going to come third. If she likes a bay, then we'll come at least 4th. If she is here for height, then we'll come 5th. And then she called me in 3rd, and I was like, what? Yeah, so we came 3rd, and they were so complimentary. The judge said that he trots up beautifully. The assistant and secretary said that he's a beautiful stamp of a horse, and I am so proud of him. He was really well behaved, just little Marley things like pawing and trying to graze, but actually nothing horrific. The trot ups were brilliant, beautiful, and of course I was worried that he'd trot up with his ears back, because when he trots in hand his ears go back. No worry about that whatsoever. He was so excited, his ears were pricked forward the whole time, he's just looking around. He's been calling the whole time. His little buddy's just gone for his show now, so he's on his own, which is why I'm here. But he was so good. he was a little bit excitable, and our next two are ridden. So I'm doing 2 ridden shows now because we missed the in-hand mountain and moorland, and that's the class I really wanted to do. So we're going to go in that ridden, which I'm a little bit concerned about, because if we have to canter, then we're not going to place very highly, because yeah, our canters are weak point. But we've also got the ridden open breed walk trot, which is the one I'm looking forward to the most. So I think we'll really excel in that one. So 2 ridden to go. They're both after lunch. One's at 12. One is, oh my goodness, when is the other one? Checking the schedule. One is at 12:30, and the other one is, where are you? Open. I've lost it. I've lost my thing. This is one I've missed it. I really can't see it on here. Where's ridden mountain and moorland gone? Oh, there it is. Good. Open, ridden, mountain and moorland at 1. So yeah, they're both in the afternoon, so fingers crossed. I'm going to ride him first, because I think he's going to be a little bit spicy, but otherwise super proud of him. I'm like treating him through the window at the moment. Yes, you know. Yeah, he's being an absolute superstar. So, a little bit more about the show we're actually here for. So we are doing the APHS foreign breed show. Obviously Marley is not a foreign breed, he is exactly a native. But this is a really cool open show that is open obviously to most any and all breeds. And Marley loves that. So if I did have Pippin, I would have been able to bring Pippin as a Fjord. Obviously Marley's here doing the native classes, but it is a really, really incredible breed show. And the best part about it is I'm seeing so many amazing horses. I've seen so many Frisians, Andalusians, Iberians, some absolutely stunning horses here today. So it's a really, really cool show to come to. Oh, that is rude. I'm not going to scratch you now because you just literally backed into me. It's naughty. Yes, it's a really, really cool show to be at, and because it's an open show, it's a great one for our first show because it's really chilled, really relaxed. Everyone's quite chatty and really nice, so it's a really, really nice show to come to. So a massive, massive congratulations to the organisers, because I'm loving it so far. As stressed as I was this morning, now that I'm here, it's been amazing. And Marley really, really wants a butt scratch, so I'm going to go give him one. So I just brought Marley out for a graze because he was just being a bit silly. Spirit's gone out for another class and he just wasn't coping with Spirit leaving, so I thought I'd just bring him for a graze so he can do something. And as I'm walking around, I've just found part of the cross-country course, which reminds me of the last time I was here, which was with my good friend Nikita and her pony Rain, because I came with her to walk the cross-country course before her cross-country debut with her pony, which went really, really well, and was the birthplace of this lovely photo here where I posed in the owl hole. It was a really, really good day out and they did so well. I couldn't come with them on the day, sadly, but they did really, really well. It was amazing. So yeah, it's just really nice that I have been here before, and it's really, really nice to be back competing here at Packisham with my own little pony, who hopefully is going to be just as well behaved in our ridden class coming up in just under an hour's time. Very exciting. So I'm going to head back in a minute, start grooming, start slowly tucking up, and then get on and pray for my life. Wish me luck! Right, just going to start getting Marley ready for our ridden class, which means a new application of our Goodbye Fly spray. Good boy. I've been a bit of a wimp with the spray today. Good boy. I know. It's been a very long day for you. Good boy. Well done. I know, I know, I know. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Right, that is our first ridden class down, and I don't know where I put the rosette, but we got a 5th. He was, yeah, not amazing, but I'm still really proud of him. In the warm-up, he was absolutely fantastic. At one point, one of the horses got loose, and it was just canting around everywhere, canting towards us, and he was perfect, literally just stood there. Oh no, John was a patty. Got in the class, started off really well, but as we know, Marley doesn't like standing still. So when it came to lining up, he was just really, really naughty. He actually reared, which he hasn't done before. It was really, really naughty. But despite all of that, he went really nicely. He came 5th. He was really, really forward, so maybe I should have done a bit more trotting and maybe a little canter in the warm-up. But yeah, happy with it. Happy with how he went. Next one is the open mountain moorland large breeds. No, open mountain moorland purebreds. That we're going to go in as a ridden class instead of in hand, because obviously I missed it earlier. My phone's on 1%, so I'm not sure if I'm going to record anything else after this. So if there's nothing else until I get back to the yard, that's why. But we've got a bit of a wait, so I'm going to just give him a little break. I've had some lunch. I'm going to watch some classes. Hi guys, so we've just finished our last class. It was brilliant. We didn't place, he came 7th, but he did so well, and it was a really, really strong class. It was definitely way above our level, but he was fantastic. My phone is still about to die, so I'm going to just finish this off here. I'm just grabbing some water for him and waiting for my picture to print because I got a photo, and I'm going to head back. So I'll do a full rundown when I get back to the yard. So originally we entered into 3 classes, 2 in hand, 1 ridden. We were meant to be doing the in hand mountain and moorland, in hand young horse and pony, and then the ridden walk trot open show. That ended up not going to plan at all. I don't think we did any of those. We did the correct ridden show. I ended up missing the in hand mountain and moorland, so I decided to enter the open ridden. And I actually ended up going into the sports horse class instead of the young horse class because it was such a frazzle, and I so turned around, and by the time I got there I went into the wrong class and ended up placing in it. So the first class we actually did was the in-hand sports horse or pony, and I got there, I was running late, I was really, really frazzled. I actually cried when I got there because I was so stressed, and it was all this big 16-3 hunter types, quarter marks, plaited up, wearing velvet brow bands, and I was like, we're not even wearing the right thing. And as we were walking around, I was already I'd resigned in my head. I was like, we're not going to place, let's just make sure it's a good experience. So as we're walking around, I was freaking out in my head, just to manage expectations. I was thinking, okay, there's 3 bays, there's 1 spotted. If they like bays, then we'll come 4th. If they're here for size, then we're going to come 5th, because we're the smallest in there. So when she called my number as 3rd, I was completely shocked. It was so amazing. So we started on a high note, came 3rd in that class. Next we had the in-hand, next was our ridden classes, sorry. So I'd gone to the secretary's tent and swapped our in-hand mountain and moorland for the ridden, which came later in the day. So afterwards we actually had our ridden walk trot, which went really, really well. He did really good, but that was our first ridden show, and he was naturally really naughty. He hates standing still, which was actually our biggest problem. Doing the actual ridden part, walk trot, he was really, really good, really responsive and listening to me, which was great. But when it came to lining up and standing still, he was an absolute pain, and I was so proud of him already because we'd had a horse that was being really naughty while we were trotting around and kept bolting off and just kind of being really naughty and napping, and he was absolutely fine. While we were warming up, one of the horses in the foreign breeds in-hand classes had got loose, so an Arabian came cantering towards us, and he stood nothing's going on, absolutely fine. So he was such a good boy then, so I was already really, really proud of him. So when it came to standing still, I was like, this is going to be what gets us. He just really didn't want to stand still, and he actually reared a little bit at some point as well, and I was like, okay, this is new. But after that I managed to get him to listen again, did a few circles, just did some practice, just asking him to stand back up and just kind of keeping his mind occupied, and eventually he settled down, which was really, really good. And we ended up coming 5th in that, which was fantastic. And then our last class was the ridden open mountain and moorland class, mountain and moorland / natives, and it was a really incredibly strong class. There was I think 8 total, excluding us. There were 7 other Welshies and a little Highland stallion. And of the whole class, me and Marley and the stallion were the youngest. And we actually came 7th in the end after all the bigger Welshies. And the judge came, I spoke to the judge afterwards, and she said that the class we were in was open, is like a level in showing, and they were all really like strong competitors. They've been doing it for years. Like one of the ladies there, the lady that won, had been showing for years and years and years, so there was really strong competition in there. And she did say that had we done the young horse classes, we would have done a lot better and placed a bit higher. So yeah, overall a really good result. I'm really pleased with him. We've had some lovely comments from judges. I've been like, one of them commented on his movement, said he moves beautifully. It was really nice to hear, because obviously I'm thinking of doing dressage with him, so it's a great comment to get. I've been told he's a stunning stamp of a horse, which is again really great to hear. It just makes me really proud to think that obviously when I got him he was an unbacked 2-year-old, and I've put all this work in. Obviously the help with Hannah Millers-Burton, who also helps me back him. It's been absolutely incredible just to think that he's where he is now because of all the work we've put in. So proud of him. I am really thinking of taking him out showing again and just doing more shows with him, because I really enjoyed today. It was my first show, so it's a fantastic experience. So while I'm here, a huge shout out to Lynn Jarvis, the show organiser for the APHS show. An amazing show. If you are in the local area, Percussion, Leatherhead, I would suggest going. It was a fantastic first show. It was so well organised, everything ran fairly on time, really chilled and relaxed. Of course, a massive shout out to Goodbye Flies, who I use in my grooming, which kept Marley looking absolutely stunning. I took the spray with me, of course, and I was applying it all day, not only for his coat but also for the flies in the field, and did a fantastic job of keeping him nice and happy. And lastly, a massive thank you to my workplace, Ebony Horse Club, because I borrowed a few things from them, and I would not have been able to have gone today without the things that I borrowed, my show jacket, the hat that I wore, because I was just so frazzled and like stressed about what I was going to wear and what I was going to take, that I was like, oh my god, how am I going to do this? And without them, it like honestly wouldn't have been as successful. So amazing, thank you so much. And of course, thank you to Rosie and her family who drove. Rosie did really well with her little yearling Spirit as well, so overall a really good show for everyone, and I cannot wait to get Marley out again. It's been an incredibly long day, so I'm going to go home now and have some dinner, but a huge thank you for watching, a massive thank you for your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!